I'm going to do a draft real quick this morning. This is the draft number 3 for me of Final Fantasy on Arena. Oh, yes, Buster Sword. Absolutely, that's what I'm first picking. So, ideally, its home will be in um, a white-based equipment deck. Red-white, most likely, but this card's great in any deck, really. So, very happy with Buster Sword. Pack one, pick one. Let's see what else is here. Pretty good gold uncommons here. Sephiroth's Intervention. But yeah, we're going with Buster Sword. Alright, following up Buster Sword with Choco Comet? Possibly? Zell? How good is Zell? Zell feels like a green-red card. Choco Comet is good in like any red deck. So I think that's what I'm leaning towards here. There's another Sephiroth's Intervention in the pack. Phoenix Down gets back creatures, so if the Buster Sword happened to go to the graveyard, Phoenix Down cannot get back an equipment, which makes sense. Ooh, Weapons Vendor, though. It is tempting to go Buster Sword and Weapons Vendor. But I think I like taking the uncommon over the common. So I'm going to lean towards Choco Comet. But I do want Weapons Vendors with Buster Sword. Oh, I've seen it done before. Turn 1 Freya into turn 2 Buster Sword and then just equip it onto Freya. Like, Freya's very good with Buster Sword. So I'm leaning towards that here. We're getting some green-blue signals kind of coming. But I did already ship an Ignis, so I'm going to do it again and hope that, the person to my left goes into green-blue so I can go into red-white. Alright, pretty happy with the start so far. Ooh, there's a sweet black-green card. I've really been impressed with Cloud of Darkness so far. Esperama is more like a blue-black or red-black card. Not really so much a Buster Sword kind of card. The cat! The cat, maybe. It's probably the best Buster Sword card in this pack. And since I'm not close to black or green, I don't know if I try the Cloud of Darkness. Maybe Rydia? She's kind of her own thing, though. Landfall and Sagas. I'm gonna keep trying for Boros equipment and go with the Galacat, or the Jellycat, as I've heard it pronounced. I kind of like Jellycat for it. Unexpected Request is maybe. Also, I see a Warrior Sword, which I have liked so far. Kind of like the Warrior Sword here, though Unexpected Request would fit in a Boros deck for sure. Black Waltz number 3 is still here. I've seen that go around pretty late. I think it's good in that deck, but it does feel kind of expensive. Geisel Greens still there, but Warrior Sword is a pretty good fit. Oh my gosh, another Choco Comet? That's kind of crazy. And Delivery Moogle? I kind of want that card for my deck too. I think Choco Comet's just very good though. Like Sabotender is an okay filler in my deck. Uh, Obviously, the red-white dual land would be good. I think Choco Comet is the pick. Okay, probably just... It might just be the early play, even though this card's not super impressive. I don't know if I want another 4. Is Barrett good? I have not played with or against Barrett yet. Since I'm on the fence here, I'm going to go with the earlier play instead of the later play. And this one, I think Restoration Magic. Sort of like a combat trick. Second place here is Light of Judgment. I do want to try this card. I think it's good because equipment are so prominent, but it is still expensive, so... This is the spot where I'll try it. But Ignis, Ride the Shoe Puff, and Dragoon's Wyvern still being there means that green-blue is certainly open. Someone's going to be real happy with that. I think this little guy might be okay in a Boros equipment deck. Nothing really here, just take the uncommon. Nothing really here. Take the card with... No, well, we'll just go with the airship, but probably won't play it. Hey, I'm happy with that. Pack 2. I don't like those cards. Wind Crystal? No, that's not a good card. Searching for Vehicles, not good. Is Queen Braun good? She is good, I just don't know in a Boros deck. Or I might just want to go with a White Mage's Staff. 2/2 on an equipment. When combined with the equipment. Gains you a life, re-equips for 3. It's not a super exciting first pick of Pack 2. But I do want to be loaded up on equipment, so I feel like it's the pick. Moogle's Valor. For each creature you control, create a Moogle. Then creatures you control gain indestructible. That seems good. That's a confusing one. I do want Crystal Fragments and Suplex. 5-drop instant, that sort of makes a wide board if your board is already wide. Creatures gain indestructible. I want to try it. I'm not convinced it's the best fit for this deck though. This one though feels like it is a good fit. Squall as Danitha. First Strike Vigilance Lifelink. Your equipment spells are 1 less to cast. Yep, I like Squall here. Okay, Ash could also be good, but I think I want to go heavier on the equipment first. I kind of like going Paladin's Arms. Like 3-drop equipment is going to be sort of a sweet spot, because if I can go turn 1 Freya into turn 2 a 3-drop equipment, especially with a creature on it, it feels like it could be pretty good, so I think Paladin's Arms is ahead of Ash here. Though I wouldn't mind having Ash for the deck. Item Shopkeep is one I would like to get at some point too. And this is a good spot for a Slash of Light. Zero 4 Defender is not for me. This could be the spot to take Barret. Fate of the Suncrist is close, but it's a better defensive removal spell, and I want to be offensive, so I feel like the spot I want to try Barret. It's a good Slash of Light here. And this is my weapons vendor. Again, I just don't think Zell is really too great outside of a red-green deck, so definitely weapons vendor for me. Let's see here. Casting non-creatures +2/+0. I guess red mages rapier, but doesn't feel phenomenal in this deck. Crystal Fragments I'm pretty happy with. Let's see, if I were to make some cuts, what would they be? Light of Judgment is probably on the block. I'm not playing any of these. Garnet can go to the sideboard. Restoration Magic is also probably on the block. Okay, take another Garnet. Sure. I probably don't want to wind up playing Coral. Or maybe Dwarven Castle Guard. So those are probably also on the chopping block here. No rares for me. Got a Balthier and Fran, Sarah, a Laboratory Maniac as Vanna DL Adventurers, Summon Anima, Reach the Horizon, Blackfoot's number 3, Cloudbond Moogle. It's probably another Slash of Light here. Slash of Light is really good when your job select equipment count for 2 damage on it. With a good proactive, cheap removal. Ambrosia. I think it's Ambrosia here. I have a lot of Slash of Lights. So it's between Ambrosia, Slash of Light, and Warrior Sword, actually. It could be the Warrior Sword, now I'm thinking about it more. But the early plays are really feeling important. Ambrosia, I think, is more highly sought after too, so it's less likely to wield than a Warrior Sword would be. I'm gonna try Ambrosia here. By Mage's Staff, Coral Sword. If I had less interaction, then I would want the Coral Sword as a combat trick, but I think I just need like early bodies, especially ones that give me 2 points for Slash of Light. So I think White Mage's Staff is the best for me here. White Mage's Staff and then Coral Sword is second place. Nothing else is really a great third. Maybe Hill Gigas, land, but you're giving me all the Slash of Lights I want, if I want them. Could be an item shopkeep. Could be a Coral Sword. It could be Slash of Light number 4. Light of Judgment is not going to make it in at this point. Kind of like the item shopkeep here, actually. It's a card I don't have yet. Here's another weapons vendor. Yeah. Thought about the suplex for a second, but with all the Slash of Lights I have, I think I'm okay. Weapons vendor feels really good. Thunder Magic. Pack 3, pick 6, Thunder Magic. Feels pretty late. Guessing I would probably cut Restoration Magic at this point. Nothing in this pack for me. I'll just take a cool Farseek. Nothing much here for me either. I'll take the land. Not gonna play these. Not gonna play these. Or these. Or these. I think the deck looks pretty good though. Probably cut the coral. That takes me down to 24 cards. I'll figure out if I'm a 16 or 17 land deck in a second here. If I'm a 16 land deck, then that's my deck right there. Alright, let's build it real quick. Let's see what we have for... Okay. White is in front of red. Even though I would prefer to have a mountain on turn 1 for Freya. Gonna move the off-curve plays off to the side here. So I'm looking it over, and my worst cards are probably, let's see, 9 creatures. So Red Mage's Rapier could be solid. That feels like, just a gut feeling, feels like one of my lesser cards. Dwarven Castle Guard feels like it's there on the chopping block as well. So I think it's between those two. 2, 4, 6 2-drops. And 2 1-drops. I do like the high amount of 2-drops though. I'm starting to wonder if there's thought to cutting Moogle's Valor actually. Or Unexpected Request possibly as well. Let me read it over again. I may attach an equipment I control to the creature that I act of treason. It's kind of interesting. Also, let me look over how many equipment I actually did get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's okay. I felt like I got a little bit more than that during the draft, though. So I'm starting to think it's either cut Moogle's Valor or cut a Plains. I'm going to start, since I want to try Moogle's Valor, I'm going to start by cutting a Plains and going to 16 lands. The curve feels low enough for me to be able to do that. I'm going to give that a shot, and if it doesn't feel very good during the games, then I'll go back up a land and cut Moogle's Valor. So, all right, cool. That's it for the draft. So I'm going to go into the games here in a little bit.